Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya Namo Nama. Om Namo Bhairavaya Swaha. Jai Ma Kali, Jai Ma Kali, Jai Ma Kali. So we are back on yet another video. This time again, continuing the Leela of Shri Krishna and his role in the Shakti path and why he is the most important deity that you should place here as you progress in your path of Bhairava Sadhana or Ma Kali Sadhana, and why trying to progress without him will actually slow you down. So we need to understand that an avatara is an avatara for a reason. Mahavishnu, the astral form, the form that is not on the Mrityuloka, that is the smashana that we live in, where everybody has to die one day. Animals or humans, we have to die one day. And what is the difference between an avatar like Shri Krishna and Mahavishnu, who is not here on this earth? The difference is simple. If you ask Mahavishnu to guide you on how to get a promotion, he might not be the right deity because he is an astral form. He sits there. You ask him for what he is meant to guide you on, but he has given multiple avatars who will be able to guide you. It is Shri Krishna who was the last avatar of Mahavishnu, who lived here in the form of a human, who will be able to guide you even in the most basic problems that you might face on earth. So even if you are a devotee of Ma Kali, or if you are a devotee of Bhairava, or if you are a devotee of Sadashiva, or any other form of Shiva, or any other form of divine feminine who is not an avatar, we should understand that their ability to guide you in the nitty-gritties of the materialistic life that we are cursed to live will not be as much as an avatar who has lived here as a human being and gone back. So Mahavishnu came here and showed us certain ways to navigate. It is us that are not able to understand the nitty-gritties of these messages, and we end up chasing after our astral form of certain gods and expect them only to guide us in that small problems that we face in life. Like traffic jam hai, how do you navigate? All these and all, if you go ask to an astral form, how likely is it that they can help you? The greatest Shakti, who's more powerful, Ma Kali is more powerful than 1,008 suns. If you go and ask him, how do I handle my boss? If you ask that to Ma Kali, that is why she brings Shri Krishna, because they brought him here. They brought Sri Rama here for a reason. We are the ones who have not been able to correctly understand so much of the messages he has left. Many of it is only right now, little by little opening. So he lived for 125 years. And every single day he has given messages. It is all written. But the thing is that as and when the time progresses, every single day's message is beginning to open up, and Shri Krishna's messages are still little by little coming out. There are many saints and many swamis who have given us all the information, but still we are not able to correctly correlate with our daily life. That is where the weakness lies. So when you invoke Ma Kali, when you invoke Bhairava Baba, they will take you to the avatars again, because guiding you in daily life they've already done. It is you that is yet to understand the messages hidden in the life of Shri Krishna or hidden in the life of Sri Rama. At least Sri Rama is from the Treta, and his life lessons were useful during the Dwapara, but Shri Krishna's final messages were in the end of Dwapara, because it was meant to be used in Kali Yuga. So Shri Krishna is who we need to understand as we progress in the path of Ma Kali or any of the forms of Shiva itself as we head towards the end of Kali Yuga. So today we address some of the other messages that are hidden in the life of Shri Krishna. Most importantly, one of the videos that I saw wherein that it was mentioned that Ma Kali, the head of the Dasa Mahavidyas, cannot be invoked by means of bhakti. Now I'll tell you a small story, small tangent in the message of Shri Krishna and how he lived. So when a form like Mahavishnu decides to come on earth, he will not come blindly like one of us, blindly taking birth, and he came for a reason. So every day of his life there is a message that he has to give, because it has to stand for the next 4.3 lakhs of years, that is Kali Yuga. So when they come with proper planning. However, Just like we see all the women in our life, they need to be convinced in a certain way. If Mahavishnu also needs the support from Adi Shakti in some of the duties that he is going to play as Sri Krishna, he will still have to do the sadhana of Adi Shakti. This is there in his life story. Here we have to get into the story of Radha. We need to understand who Radha was. This has been mentioned n number of times. However, the correlation is not being made correctly to understand that Sri Krishna was a sadhaka of Radha. We talk about all the love they had, the leelas, the dances, the fun times that they had. They were madly in love with each other. What is this mad love that we talk about? They say that when Radharani was came to Sri Krishna's abode where he was deep in sleep, his every pore was making the dhvani out of every pore of Sri Krishna was emanating Radha, 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 Radha. What does this mean? It means that Sri Krishna was the greatest sadhaka of Radha. And who was Radha? She is Yoga Maya. She is the Amsha of Mahalakshmi by Ma Kamala, the Adi Shakti, and also Ma Parvati. So she is the embodiment of Adi Shakti itself. Radha is Adi Shakti. And she came here so that Sri Krishna as a human, even if you are an avatar of Mahavishnu, you need to do the sadhana of Adi Shakti in order to get any blessing from her, even if you are Mahavishnu itself. Mahavishnu will have a great relationship with any of the great astral forms in the Devaloka, I am sure. But when he says, I will reincarnate and come as human being, Adi Shakti says, just because you are Mahavishnu, I cannot come and help you. You have to give the right message. What is the right message? The right message is, even if you are Mahavishnu and you are coming to earth, in order to get any favors out of the Adi Shakti, if she has to come and play along in your story, then you have to do the sadhana. How? Every romance, every mad running behind Radha, Radha, Radha that Sri Krishna kept on doing, that was the bhakti marga of going towards Adi Shakti. Because Radharani was none other than Adi Shakti. That is why the short episode that she was there, it is a sadhana of Sri Krishna. It was Sri Krishna doing sadhana of Adi Shakti in order to get her favor, in order to get her support. And why did he need the support? Because when Draupad, Devaloka is already aware, they are already playing around with Draupad's head, and they know that he will make such a wish in the yagya. First he wishes for the son and he is very happy, the son that will seek revenge for him. But the Devaloka says that you have one more daughter is supposed to come. Draupad very angrily says, no, I don't want a daughter, but he is forced to take the daughter. Then he wishes all the ill on that daughter. Since you are forcing me to have this daughter should never be happy a day in her life. She will never attain the man she is supposed to get. She wants to get. She will never have a happy marriage life. She will never have a good home. She will never have everything that he could think of. He wished onto that girl in the yagya itself. So this Devaloka is already aware of this. They know this is going to happen. This is why Mahavishnu did the sadhana of Adi Shakti, because he wanted Adi Shakti to take birth in the form of Panchali. It is not that blindly Ma Kali came out and she became Panchali. It is because Sri Krishna agreed, Mahavishnu agreed that I will do the sadhana of Adi Shakti, so that Adi Shakti will then come and help me in completion of my divine duties as this avatara by becoming Panchali. Without Panchali, there is no Mahabharata. This is the greatest lesson. So understand that Mahabharata is not about a single avatar of Mahavishnu alone. There is so much. There is Adi Shakti and Mahavishnu. Understand why I said that the moon was half and half, because there was Vishnu and there was Adi Shakti together, Sri Krishna and Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti had two major forms. The entire Gopiyas put together along with Ma Radha. When every gopi was running behind Sri Krishna ran behind Ma Radha, because irrespective of any distraction, the sadhaka will only see his Ishta. And Sri Krishna's Ishta was Radharani. The Adi Shakti that Radharani was, he was in her sadhana. He was madly in love with her. He wanted to, he saw her as everything. That is a message that is how one must be in the sadhana of the Adi Shakti. You cannot be half-hearted in the sadhana of Adi Shakti and expect her to come. If there are thousands of other deities and if you want to go towards Adi Shakti, she will become your primary and she will not run after you. She will stay there. In your house, when your mother is cribbing around and saying that, yeah, nobody takes care of me. I had to cook the whole night. I had to give you guys all food. I had to clean the vessels. I had to do everything. Even if there are servants, mother's crib. But if the son or the daughter, they buy one sari to her, she is so happy. Okay, next 2 years I will take care of you. One sari, 2 years, one moment of love, 10 years, a little bit of attention. The mother is always with you. This is how the Divine Feminine also works. The Divine Feminine also expects you to run behind them like a madman. If you say that I have my job, my car, my EMIs, this, my Divine Feminine, you cannot treat Radha Rani like the other gopis who run after you or you can run after them easily. No, Radha Rani, the Divine Feminine that Sri Krishna did the sadhana of, has to be kept at the highest. And Radha Rani never ran after Sri Krishna, never. Radha Rani was always, Acha, you come after me. She went to him many times, but she was always 10 steps above the other gopiyas. That is the message. In this, the message is very simple. Sri Krishna was the full-fledged sadhaka of Ma Adi Shakti. And Ma Adi Shakti, because you do my sadhana, I will come in the later part of your life as Panchali. Even if you are Sri Krishna, you will do the sadhana of Adi Shakti in order to bring her. If Mahavishnu, who is very well acquainted with Adi Shakti in the astral world, if he who come as human being also, you have to do the sadhana of Adi Shakti, only then you will get it. And you can get her blessings purely by bhakti. Just fall and run behind her like a madman. You are saying she won't come because it's a science. No. It is not a science. Pure bhakti, the simplest forms of bhakti will bring you the greatest Shakti. She'll come and sit next to you like a mother. One sari, a little bit of soft talking with your mother. Of course, some of us, we might not have great relationship with our mother, but if you have, or any other woman in your life, be it a sister, mother, whatever, a little bit of soft talk, have you seen how they will melt? And they will be very happy with you for 6 months. Then again, little bit of love. That is how the Divine Feminine needs it every day, every minute, every second. She will also put distractions by the form of other gopiyas around you, but you will only see the Adi Shakti. That is what Sri Krishna said. There might be thousands of beautiful maidens here, but I only see Ma Radha. Why? Because I am in the sadhana of the Adi Shakti. Because there is a reason why I need her blessing so that she comes back as Panchali, wherein no human being can bear that much pain. The Devaloka knew Draupad will wish so much of pains into that yagya that no human being can bear this. It has to be Ma Kali, whose one of the names is Panchali. What all pains Panchali goes through. Draupad wishes so much because he himself was shamed out of it. But he has no other go because he doesn't realize that he is also being used for the dharma karya where he wishes for such pains on a girl. So that she goes through all this pain so that Mahabharata can happen. Everything is a design. Similarly in your life also, when you find that so much of pain is chasing after you, there is a reason for it. Especially in the path of Ma Kali, especially in the path of Bhairava Baba, towards the end of the Kali Yuga, you will find that more and more pain only chases you, then nobody around you makes any sense. They are simply causing pain to you. Why? That is a design. How long you last? Why? That is a design. And what was the message of Panchali? She is Adi Shakti, is personified. But what did Panchali do? Because Sri Krishna was my greatest sadhaka when I came in the form of Ma Radha, today I have blessed him and come as in the form of another mere human being, and I will not react in the astral Shaktis. How much time it would have taken for Ma Kali in the form of Panchali to destroy every single person the moment she was insulted, to destroy her own father? Did she? She did not. This is the message. No matter you have a bad father, bad husband, bad brother, sister, mother, whatever, Ma Panchali gave the lesson that you just don't be non-reactive, be sincere to them, do not react. However, continuously call your Ishta. So when Sri Krishna was in the sadhana of Ma Radharani, who was Adi Shakti, and she came back as Panchali, which is one of the names of Ma Kali, she is now praying back to Sri Krishna. She makes him the god and says, okay, now that you did that, I've come here and now you are the god. Okay, the beauty of in nitty-gritties, if you go into the Mahabharata, every day something will open up to you. Many people have spoken about this, but only when the time is right, you yourself will realize how beautiful Shri Krishna's Leelas are. And it was not meant for the Dwapar Yuga. No. Shri Krishna has no business in the Dwapar Yuga. His entire message is for the Kali Yuga. That is why he came at the end of Dwapar Yuga, not at the beginning. Sri Rama's messages are for the Dwapar Yuga. His message need to be taught in Dwapar Yuga and followed. For Kali Yuga, it is Shri Krishna's messages that are the most powerfully relevant, because everywhere there are thugs and thieves, even in the most pious places. Be careful. As with everything, we human beings tend to ask so many questions, we don't trust anything. So there are multiple proofs that are laid, which proves that Radharani was none other than Adi Shakti herself. For example, when she was a young girl and she was playing with all her friends, Narad Muni once crossed her path. While crossing, these small bunch of girls are playing around. He just suddenly looks at her and looks only at her, and in utter shock and with so much of love he looks at her, because he has seen none other than Adi Shakti, and he realizes, I am so blessed that I am able to see Radharani now, and I can see the Adi Shakti within her, because she is the greatest of the great munis. And he takes the parikrama 7 times. When she moves, he takes the mud from under her feet and consumes it, because it's a blessing. He considers that as a blessing. That is the power of Radharani. Radharani was not a mere gopi that Shri Krishna was running around. It was the sadhana. She was the Ishta of Shri Krishna. She was the Adi Shakti who was being beckoned by Shri Krishna, so that the Adi Shakti will continue her impact in the Kali Yuga. That is the deal between Mahavishnu and Adi Shakti, that you will do my sadhana. You, the greatest preserver God, Mahavishnu, I will protect this world, but you will do my sadhana. I will come as Ma Radha. So this is one proof that when Narad Muni himself is acknowledging that Radharani is Adi Shakti, that is why he took her parikrama of the small Radharani, the kid. That is one proof. The other proof, the greatest saints, of course I am nobody, but the greatest saints of Shri Krishna, they say that if you want to get the blessing of Shri Krishna, what do? You call Radha. Keep on calling Radha, 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 Radha. Shri Krishna will come, because he is bound to it. Why? Because he is a sadhaka of Radharani. Then there is another story like this. What is that? How do you bring Hanuman, who was the Bhakta of Sri Rama? Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. If you keep saying that, Hanuman will come. Hanuman will come and see, Are, if you call me, I might not come so fast, but if you call Sri Ram, I have to come, because he is my Ishta. I am the sadhana. Hanuman's entire life is the sadhana to Sri Rama. Similarly, the entire life of Sri Krishna was a sadhana to Adi Shakti, so that she comes and becomes the black part of the moon. The end of Dwapar Yuga was a preparation of Kali Yuga for Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna, the sadhaka of Radha, comes running, because just like Hanuman was to Sri Rama, Sri Krishna is to Ma Radha, and Ma Radha immediately blesses him in the form of Panchali by helping him to finish off that duty for which Mahavishnu had come to earth. Without Panchali, there is no Mahabharata. No human being, no mere human being can take that much pain. Panchali was Ma Kali, she was Adi Shakti, and Radharani was Adi Shakti. She was an embodiment of entire Rasa Mahavidyas. There was Ma Kamala, there was every Mahavidya in her. And Sri Krishna was a sadhaka in the Shaktapat. Another message for Sri Krishna gave, that in the Kali Yuga, the Shaktipat will become very, very, very relevant, and Ma Kali becomes the deity of Kali Yuga. That was a message. Many of us are not able to understand. We need to realize that it was a message. So just like you call Sri Rama, Hanuman comes running, you call Ma Radha, Sri Krishna comes running, because he is a sadhaka. It's a beautiful message. So when somebody said that you cannot invoke Ma Kali purely by bhakti, it is wrong. The message has already been given by Shri Krishna himself that you can invoke the greatest Adi Shakti, you can do the sadhana of the entire Dasa Mahavidyas purely by bhakti marga also, and they will bless you. Anybody who says otherwise, I would not take that seriously. Who am I? I am nobody. You don't have to take me that seriously. But I don't take that seriously. That's when somebody says you cannot go to Ma Kali or any of the Dasa Mahavidyas purely by the path of bhakti. Shri Krishna went to Ma Radha purely by bhakti. And today also he is attached to the name. That life that he left living in the form of Shri Krishna is still attached to the name of Ma Radha. Ma Radha was none other than Adi Shakti. And Adi Shakti is none other than the 10 Mahavidyas. Shri Krishna was a sadhaka in the Shakta path. His Ishta was Adi Shakti in the form of Ma Radha. She immediately came and blessed him in the form of Panchali so that he can beautifully accomplish, just like in your office, just like in your daily life, just like in your family life, just like handling all the problems in your material life, also she will come as Panchali. Trust it. Every message is already there. All answers are already given by Shri Krishna itself. His messages are not for the Dwapar Yuga. He came at the end of Dwapar Yuga. If his messages were for Dwapar Yuga, he would have come at the beginning of Dwapar Yuga. He came at the end because his message was supposed to be for Kali Yuga, for you. And we all sit and talk bad about different Shri Krishna Leelas. There are people saying that Bhagavad Gita should not be listened. What madness! There are people who say that just because there is a very big organization that goes behind Shri Krishna, they should not be taken seriously. Arey, don't get into politics. Don't get into all this political stuff. Understand that Shri Krishna is relevant. If somebody is doing politics in the name of God, run away. Understand that Ma Kali is relevant. If somebody says that Ma Kali is only relevant and Shri Krishna is not relevant, run away from that. If somebody says only Shri Krishna is relevant and not Ma Kali, run away from that, because Shri Krishna himself said that Ma Kali is relevant. He said that Adi Shakti in the form of Radha, I will pray to you and you come in one of your forms as Panchali and I will with you execute my mission. Message is very clear. It is you that you should understand. Yuddha ka rath ho, jivan ka rath ho, be it the chariot of war or be it the chariot of life itself, I am your best friend, said Shri Krishna, because he was an avatara. He was not an astral form. He is not Mahavishnu. He came to earth. He came to earth. That because Mahavishnu, if you continuously ask Adi Shakti, if you pray to the greatest Shakti who is the embodiment of Shakti within every Devata, and you ask her for help while handling a small problem in your life, the ability takes a hit because it's too powerful. The force you are calling is too powerful. That is why the avatars came. Place the avatara here so that you traverse the problems of life. Shri Krishna himself is the answer for every humanic problems while you invoke, just like him, the Adi Shakti. He himself was a bhakta of Adi Shakti and you too will be, but you will not throw Shri Krishna out, you will keep him here. So this is my response. Of course, I am not going to sit in any podcast and all. हम तो गर्भगृह में बहुत happy हैं. I'm not going to go into podcasts. I'm happy sitting in this four walls and happily chatting about them. I believe there is some little bit of content inside me that I need to put out. Whoever has to listen only will be able to get hold of this information. Otherwise, I'm not going to come in 10-15 podcasts. There is no such interest for me. So understand. Everything is so clear. Don't get confused. There is so much of selfish information being put out by all these people. They're trying to play bigger gods than Shri Krishna itself. Shri Krishna gave everything relevantly. So if somebody asks me, okay, today is a Kali Yuga. Shri Krishna gave all the messages of Kali Yuga. You're saying, are you saying that Shri Krishna's messages that are being typed and printed or typed online, is it relevant? Shri Krishna gave a message for this also. Now this is my own theory. Don't take that. If you call me a madman, that is fine. One day it will make sense to you. That I am very sure. If you call me mad today, it's fine. Then Tulsi Das ji was sitting and meditating on Vasudeva. Suddenly he sees the form of Shri Krishna and he gets a little confused. Are Vasudeva, where is your bow? Where is your bow and arrow? He realizes that it is Vasudeva when he sees Sri Krishna standing with the flute. However, where is the bow? Sri Krishna doesn't come with the bow. You know why? Because in the Kali Yuga, there is no fighting with weapons. You are not going to fight with weapons. You will fight with this and this. It is your mouth with which you will have to handle all the situations. Your mouth will spoil your life. Your mouth can make your life. Your mouth can destroy relationships. Your mouth can destroy your life itself. Take care of your mouth. That is why he is having the Murali in hand. What is in his mind comes out as prana. Prana is none other than breath. Why the mantras are so valid when you move the mala is because you are using your breath. Prana Shakti is the breath. It is the breath and your blood. So when he blows into the Murali and the air comes out, he controls the air by using his fingers, which is none other than like a type. What is in your mind comes out through this. Sri Krishna controls the air by using his fingers. There are great gurus who are typing. So whatever you read on emails, whatever you read on the social media and all that is being typed, it is just like this. I believe that he was already hinting towards Kali Yuga where everything will be typed. Sri Krishna's message, as you go deeper and deeper, you will be mind blown. Was this his message? Was that what he was already trying to tell you, that everything will come on type? Everything will be typed. You believe that also. It is none other than my leelas only that are coming out of my mouth. But just like I used to control the air, it will soon become in typing. I don't know. Possible. Sri Krishna, we discount him as one of the avatars, but he's not. He's the Lord of the Kali Yuga. He is the one who you should always have in hand as you head towards Bhairava Baba, as you head towards Ma Kali, because they are astral forms. They are full of Shakti. They will not wait around. They don't know how. They don't sit and think like mere human beings. They'll just destroy and move on. And you need to keep yourself safe in this body till you are in the body. Listen to the avatar that came in the body. That is what they were also telling you. So even if you are Mahavishnu coming to earth itself, you will do the sadhana of Adi Shakti in order to get her blessings. In order to get her blessings, so that you will be able to traverse the dangers lurking in this world. So the message is so clear. How do you handle life? Place Sri Krishna here. Continue on your sadhana of Adi Shakti just like Sri Krishna. He ran after Maradha because she was Adi Shakti. Narad Muni has acknowledged Maradha as the Adi Shakti when he took her parikrama 7 times and ate the mud from under her feet. Panchali is none other than the name of Ma Kali. That means she came back so that Sri Krishna could complete his mission. Mahavishnu could complete his vision and mission in the birth itself. So Adi Shakti was blessing. Even if your Mahavishnu will come back and do his sadhana, only then you get her blessings. That was a hidden message that you all need to understand. You will hold Sri Krishna's messages, however, you will have to do the sadhana to attain her. And it can be done by pure love. Sri Krishna's every pore of his skin was oozing out of Radha, 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 which is why if you say Radha, he comes. But just like when you say Shri Ram, Hanuman comes. He comes faster than when you call him. When you do the sadhana of Hanuman ji itself, he will not come as fast as when you do the sadhana of Shri Rama. They say when you do the sadhana of Shri Rama, Hanuman comes and sits next to you, and he also sits with you and dances with you in the glory of Shri Rama, just like that. Just like that, if you do the sadhana of Ma Kali or any of the Adi Shakti, Sri Krishna will come. In the Dasa Mahavidyas, the attached form of Mahavishnu, every Dasa Mahavidya has an attached form of Mahavishnu. It is for Kali, whose the attached form is Sri Krishna, and the planet is Shani. That is why Ma Kali becomes the most powerful form in the Kali Yuga, because it is the end game. The game is about to end. Everything is coming to an end. No more avatars and all that. You will have to now get into the battle, because the Mahabharata is in every street corner, every nook and corner, every office, every house, every bedroom. So they need to come down. You need to invoke Ma Kali not as one single battle that happens, but everywhere. Every one of you is going through a battle. That is why you need Ma Kali. And Ma Kali is the first of the Mahavidyas. Not just first, she is the Guru Mahavidya. And her attached Mahavishnu form is Sri Krishna. Because Sri Krishna was a sadhaka of Adi Shakti. And it is Ma Kali who's decided to bless him and come as Ma Panchali. Panchali is probably the most important. If you say, is it Arjuna or Panchali who was the most important character other than Sri Krishna in that entire battle of Mahabharata, I would say both are important. Otherwise, there will be no Mahabharata, there will be no messages. No human being could have borne the pain other than Ma Kali. That's why she comes back as Panchali. And it is merely, you see, Krishna himself has got the blessing due to his sadhana of Ma Radha that one of the main Adi Shaktis came as Panchali. So can you approach Ma Kali purely by bhakti? The answer is already given by Sri Krishna. Don't sit and listen to 200 content. Yes, you can approach Ma Kali purely by bhakti. If somebody has not been able to do, what does that mean? Don't listen to that somebody. You are very much capable of getting the blessings of Ma Kali purely by bhakti. Just like your mother who will be pleased, just like your wife or just like your sister who will be pleased merely by a small gift that you can give them. They'll be so happy. The divine feminine works exactly like that. Only thing is that if you want to bring the divine feminine, you cannot keep her as one among the 100 things that you do. She will be the first one, she will be the second one, she will be the third one. She will be the first 10 ones and then you can have rest 90. This is the secret of invoking the Adi Shakti. This message is also given by Shri Krishna when there were so many gopiyas who were running behind him because of his pure aura, because of the Vishnu Tattva that he is, beauty that he is, and the pure manliness that he is. When entire gopiyas were running after him, he ran after his Ishta, Ma Radha. He was Radha, Radha, Radha. Every pore in him was Radha, Radha, Radha. That is the secret to attaining the Adi Shakti's blessings. Every pore inside your being should ring with her name. Then she will come. She will not stand in line with 10 other wishes that you have. This is, Bhairava Baba might still wish you. Okay, bless you. Okay, fine. You are not capable enough to keep me as a number one. That is fine. I will still come because his Vahana is the dog. The dog, even if you ill-treat the dog, he will still be loyal to you. That is the Tattva. That is why Bhairava Baba, okay, this fellow, he has called me so much, but he's so weak that he forgot me now. He will come and help you. However, for Adi Shakti, that will not work. When there are thousands of fair maidens, Sri Krishna ran only after Ma Radha. That is the message, because he was a sadhaka of Ma Radha. He was a sadhaka of Adi Shakti. That is the message. Understand what it means. It means that if you want to succeed in the sadhana of Adi Shakti, you will have to keep her as the best and the number one mission of your life. Not like Bhairava Baba, who is so kind. Ma Kali says, I will be your number one or I will not come. That is why Mahavishnu went mad after Ma Radha, so that he could get her blessing, so that he had purpose which had to be fulfilled by only her, as nobody else can bear the pains that Draupadi wished on his own daughter. And hence she blessed him and said, I'll come as Panchali. I'm sure all of you would have seen the episode of Barbaric, where his head is placed and he watches the entire Mahabharata. He says, what I saw was Sri Krishna and Draupadi, Panchali, destroying entire armies on the field. She runs around in her bloodlust. Imagine the pure love of Ma Kali for Sri Krishna. This is a very important message. When she is going through so much of pain as a human being, this is the greatest Shakti. She is burning in pain. She's not able to go after the man she loved. Her father is like full of hatred towards her, has wished her so much of ill will. She has to live in the forest. She has to live like a nomad. All this pain she goes through. She loses her house, she loses her husband, she loses everything. Every day is a pain to her. However, it would have taken 1 second for the Divine Mother herself to say, done, I'm going. She didn't. That is the Divine Mother's promise to the Bhakta. If I promise to come for you and if you have succeeded in invoking me, no matter what happens, I do not go back. That is the Dridata of Adi Shakti. Once she comes, done. She is never taking a step back. She will always be there till the end for you. However, how do you get her? You will get her like how Sri Krishna ran after Ma Radha. The message is there. How do you attain Adi Shakti? Is she one of the gopiyas? 1,000 people may run behind you, but you will only see Ma Radha. That is what Sri Krishna said. And once she decides to bless you, no matter what, such a powerful, the greatest Shakti on earth itself, on universe itself, beyond everything she is. But however, she will get insulted, she will go through pain, she will lose her house, she will get destroyed. Every day she is crying in the human form. It was not Shri Krishna's birth that was full of pain, it was Panchali's birth that was full of pain. And contrastedly, she was the most powerful Shakti known to the universes across. She is Kali. However, she stood there and bore that pain only for her Bhakta Shri Krishna. Look at the love. First, Radha and Shri Krishna does the sadhana. Then, Ma Kali prays to Shri Krishna itself. Look at that beauty of this combination, how they have beautifully given us the message. Everything is there. Every time somebody tells you some nonsense, because I was driving to my work, and at that time I heard this terrible thing that was being uttered, saying that Ma Kali cannot be approached by mere love. I was so sad. I don't know, how could you say that? And I was just driving, and then information started hitting on my head. But Sri Krishna is a sadhaka of Ma Radha. It was not a mere physical love story. It's not mere physical love like human beings. Shri Krishna was a sadhaka of Ma Radha, who was none other than the embodiment of Adi Shakti, which is in multiple places. It has been proven when Narad Munisal came and took a parikrama 7 times of Ma Radha when she was a small girl, because he himself saw Adi Shakti. Are yaar, there is, look at my blessing. Narad Muni says, look at my blessing. I am able to see the Adi Shakti playing around as if a small girl. Are wah. He took a parikrama, and when Ma Radha moved, he took the sand from the ground and ate it. Therein he proved that Ma Radha was none other than Adi Shakti, and she had taken human form only so that Mahavishnu's human form could do her sadhana. And how did he do? Did he sit and just go as per the rituals? No, he went madly in love, which is another message, that in Kali Yuga, the rituals, you go through the rituals, but at one point it will start failing. Because in Kali Yuga, Naam Jap se sab chalta hai. In Kali Yuga, Naam Japa is everything. In Kali Yuga, Bhakti is everything. If anybody says that with Bhakti you cannot go to Ma Kali, they are wrong. Do not listen to them. Pure Bhakti, like your mother who is pleased with you with the mere sari that you buy for her, she will take care of you for the next 1 year. Ma Kali, only difference is you should only think of her. Like Shri Krishna thought of Ma Radha. In Kali Yuga, it is the Bhakti that will take you through. It is Bhakti that will win every obstacle. Bhakti hai, to sab kuch hai. Everything else will start failing. If you say Homa is everything, neither how did you get the ghee? It got delivered in your house, it came in dabba. Earlier in Satyuga, they had to milk the cow, make the ghee, and to get this much ghee, they had to literally break their bones off and then do the Homa. But today it comes delivered to your house in a dabba, ready-made. So therein, you lose the adhikara to use that ghee itself because you have taken no effort. Money, anything that is simply bought with money does not give you adhikara to do most of the rituals. To understand this is to understand the designs of Kali Yuga. And how to go to Ma Shakti in Kali Yuga? Shri Krishna has already told you the answer. How do you go? Pure Bhakti. And she enjoys it, she dances it, you see. As and as Sri Krishna goes nearer and nearer and nearer to Ma Radha, she also dances with him. She enjoys the play. So if you feel that Ma Kalika is talking to you, or any of your other divine feminine form is talking to you, Sri Krishna says they do talk. Yoga Maya, that is Ma Radha. You call Ma Radha, Sri Krishna will come running. If I am a bhakta of Ma Kali and somebody says Kali, I will go running. Who's saying her name? Somebody's told her name. I'm madly in love with her. Hey, please continue to say her name. I will also sit and listen to her. Similarly, Sri Krishna was the one who gave that message. Sri Ram ko bulaya to Hanuman ji aayenge. Ma Radha, Adi Shakti ko bulaya to Sri Krishna aayenge. And immediately in the same lifespan, Adi Shakti has blessed Sri Krishna in fulfilling his mission by the form of Panchali. Every message is so clear, yet we make it so complicated. We say we need to go as per this, we need to do so many. These are the people that you do not go get into. See, I am not sitting in 100 podcasts. मैं तो गर्भगृह में बैठा हूँ. जो मुझे बात करना है करता हूँ. I sit in this place. It's in my small गर्भगृह. I sit here and talk. I'm not getting into any competition or any fight with anybody. Whoever wants to talk, let them talk. But please understand that every answer Shri Krishna has already told you. You need to understand from his small messages that he has put. To summarize, Shri Krishna is a sadhaka of Adi Shakti. Though they are very much acquainted in the Deva Loka, Mahavishnu doesn't need to put a lot of efforts to go and have a proper conversation with Adi Shakti. However, if Mahavishnu comes on earth as a human form, he will still need to do the sadhana of Adi Shakti, and just like previous Janma ka spiritual progress comes with you in this life also, he also attains the blessings of Adi Shakti very fast. She comes and dances with him. But his eyes are always on her. That is a message. If you want Adi Shakti, your eyes should always be on her. She should not be one among your 100 desires. She should be only a desire. That is Adi Shakti. Difference between Bhairava Baba, will come to these nitty-gritties. Today's message is only about Shri Krishna's message on how to attain Adi Shakti, how to attain Ma Kalika and the other divine feminine forms. If you want them, they should be your only wish. You don't care about anything else. That is the fastest way to attain any of the divine feminine. If you keep them at one step lower, third or fourth, Bhairava Baba will still be there before you. Patthar hai, he'll still be there. He'll still protect. But Ma Kali, it is like how Shri Krishna kept Ma Radha. That is how you will have to keep Ma Kali. You do not keep her as one step below, one step up and all. Oh, highest. No debates, no questions. Highest hai to highest hai. So I believe today's video about Shri Krishna's messages on how to invoke Adi Shakti is done. And just because you read something that is typed, please understand, Sri Rama came with the bow. Shri Krishna came with the Murali, because now the words are the most important thing. She did like this. Today in Kali Yuga we type. So what is typed, you don't have to directly start ignoring. It is even the typed divine word has the same value as that which is spoken by the God itself, because it is the God Shabdas. When his prana, Shri Krishna gave his prana through the flute, and he was controlling the speed, he was controlling the tone, he was controlling the temperament of that thing by using his fingers. Similarly, today we all sit and type. You go into Shri Krishna and you will understand Mahavishnu is talking to you and saying that, I have given you the entire guidebook. Even what is going to happen 1 lakh back, 1 years later, if somebody is sitting here and in their house or somewhere properly going in the path of sadhana, he will get a message out of Shri Krishna that we are not able to get today, because that day it will be relevant. 125-year life that Shri Krishna lived, roughly, I believe. Every single day he has done something or the other which will be a message for the entire Kali Yuga. 4 lakh something years. Every day one message has been given. Today this much only we need. Today when people are saying that Ma Kali cannot be invoked like this, Ma Kali cannot be invoked at home, Ma Kali should not be prayed to at home, Ma Kali can only be done like a science, she is a blind energy, she doesn't look at people. Shri Krishna said, Are kya bol raha hai? Purely by running after her like a madman, singing to her, thinking of her as I sleep, my every pore is saying Radha, Radha, Radha. I will invoke Ma Adi Shakti and she will bless me. He has already given the message. Why are you sitting and guessing? And there's no need to guess. Run. He already told you how to go to Ma Kali, how to go to any of the Adi Shakti. He has already told you. But if it is Ma Kali's Vishnu form. Every Dasama Mahavidya has a Vishnu form. It is Shri Krishna is for Ma Kali. You need to understand this. So I believe today's Krishna's message was quite clear on how to run after Ma Kali, and that not to overcomplicate this. Do not overcomplicate. Ma Kali is very complicated in only one thing, that she must become the first. Unlike Bhairava Baba, who will still stay with you, no matter how stupidly mistakes you're doing walking around, Bhairava Baba will still stay with you. He's so kind. After 1 year of gap that you leave in the puja also, he will be like, Are banda, and he'll just grab you out and bring you back and make you sit in the Garbhagriha again and make you go through the path. But Ma Kali, she is continuously, just like Shri Krishna ran after Ma Radha. That is how you run after Ma Kali. This is the message. Pure bhakti will always bring the divine feminine. Just like your mother, father just like your mother, sister, or any of your own wife, how much of effort do you need to just make them a little happy? Little effort you put, of course, many of us are not karmically, we are not meant to it. No matter how much effort we put, we will not be able to get anything out of them. That is a design. But generally, how is it? Just like that, to invoke just to invoke Ma Kali, bhakti. Run after her like she is everything. She will come and she will even stand as the biggest strength right next to you. You might not even be able to see. She will embody every woman near you. You will always find that there is always one strong woman presence around you as you go. It can keep changing, but there will be one strong mother figure who will be always around you, making things easy for you. One way or the other, Ma Kali decides to bless you, you will always find a Panchali near you, burning for you, ready to burn for you. All this will happen. We will talk about this as we go deeper, but today's message is clear. How do you invoke Adi Shakti or any of the divine feminine forms? By bhakti, by running after them like a madman, singing their leela. Every pore should say their name. They will come. SHRI KRISHNA has said this. I didn't say this. SHRI KRISHNA has said this. हम तो कौन है, कुछ भी नहीं है. And if somebody, just because there is a lot of information, there is some 10 crore views in some video, do not believe that that is the right one. This is Kali Yuga. Up is down, down is up. Everything is ulta. Where there is seemingly nothing special, there is the greatest knowledge. And where there is a lot of things looking special, and where there is crowd, you stay away from there. This is all nitty-gritties of how to handle Kali Yuga. Go after piousness, be pious. All answers are already given by SHRI KRISHNA. If somebody is talking bad about any of the forms of SHRI KRISHNA, any of the books of SHRI KRISHNA, run away from them. That is a hint that he is not leading you to the deities, but he is leading you to himself. I think I am done for today. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Ma Radha. Radhe Radhe Radhe. Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya Namo Namah. Om Namo Bhairavaya Swaha. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kali.